an example of how to find mean, median using R, but also filtering a data set for a very specific variable or value of a variable. So the first thing to do in the R console, remember this is the R console, is to paste in where the data set is. So I'm going to use cancer data. I'm going to put cancer as my variable, or actually I'm sorry, as my data set. This interesting less than symbol and dash, which kind of looks like an arrow, is what we use in R to say we're going to name it, what we're going to name it. And we're saving this to that. And then we're going to do a read.csv. And then the web address for that CSV file is right here. You want to go ahead, as always, and just look at the heading of that data set. So it's head. And then you see this information right here. And that tells you that survival time is one variable, and the other variable in this case is the organ that the cancer affects. If you want to find the mean for this variable, you're going to first tell it mean, kind of obvious for doing that. The parentheses is needed just to say you want to do the mean of this. And then cancer was the data set. So you can type in cancer for the data set. And then a $sign just says, and I want you to use this variable. The variable we're going to use is survival time. Make sure that you do the survival time exactly as it looks in the header. It is survival with a capital S and then underscore time. Hit enter, and there's your survival time. Now, if you would like to actually filter for a very specific variable to where you want to know not just what is the overall survival time of any cancer, since all cancers are different, you might want to look at a very specific organ. So stomach was one of the ones here, but there are lots of other organs that is in this data set, and one of them is breast cancer. So let's look at that. And the way you do that is you just, I usually just copy and paste, which is what I just did. I went and copied what we did, but you're going to, again, name a new variable. And then you're going to put in your nice little less than symbol and dash. And then we are using the cancer data set. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put in a bracket and then cancer $sign organ, because that tells us we want to use the organ variable. And then equals equals, and yes, it is two equal signs. And then the name of the piece inside of organ, which in this case, since they're qualitative data, we're going to use quotes to put it in. We want breast, and then you, for some reason, I don't know why, but you put a comma and then a new bracket. Hit enter, and again, it didn't seem like it did anything. If you want to look at that data set, you can just type in breast, and it'll show you what that new data set is, and it's just survival times for the breast cancer. Notice there are not very many in this data set. It's not a very comprehensive data set. Now, if you want to find the mean, you do mean breast $sign, and again we want survival time. I used breast this time because breast is now my new data set. Hit enter, and there's your mean. We can also do median. Median is just the word median and then in parentheses, and we can do it for everybody. So we're going to do cancer $sign survival time. And we'll find out what the median survival time is. And then we'll do the same thing with median, but for just the breast cancer. So we'll do the same thing with median for the breast cancer. Make sure you spell it correctly. And there is the median for breast cancer. And that's all there is to finding mean and median using R when you're filtering your data.